Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray, and I'm back at you with a stock market live update. We are going, I'm going to take you into the closing bell. Sorry for being a few minutes late. I've been catching up. It's outside with the dog, fed the dog, let him run around. It's a nice day outside. And also, I had made me a salad. I was sitting there eating my salad, watching watching the president, President Trump and the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, watching the fireworks there. That was good stuff. Like that was I've never seen anything like that. Like as far as with leaders, with foreign leaders, and you got a chance to see the president. It got a little testy. Uh, I may play some of the clip later. Let's get to the markets. Let's get to the markets now. Maybe at the end, after the closing bell, I give my opinion. I don't know if I did see one news publication. They said that they thought that maybe it was staged, like that maybe not that it was made up, but maybe they were insinuating that the president and vice president kind of uh, wanted that. I don't know if that was the case. I do I do think that President Trump did what I would expect any foreign leader to do in that particular situation. Maybe I give my opinion later, but let's get right to the markets. So, with that being said, watching that and then going into the weekend, let's look and see what the expected move. Let's see if they pumped any more vol into the options next week. We're gonna pull up the SPX. Let's go. Next Friday would be what? What guys? What's next Friday? What's gonna be the 7th, March 7th? All right. So right away, we got on the expected move for next Friday is $126.09. That is a huge expected move. I'd have to see. I don't even know what if there's some type of news next week, but that is a large expected move. They're pumping a lot of volatility into the option market next week. So I'm expecting a big move. We should get a big move next week or a few moves. You can see we're outside. Here is the expected move for this week. You can see we're right here below it, right? So they're saying that they're expecting 126. 126 will put you somewhere down around this area, probably taking out this low right here on the SPX. So put us around what we'll call it 5870. Yeah. No, excuse me, 57. Yeah, so it should be like 57, 5,770 on the from where it's at currently. So they're expecting a lot of movement next week. Now, with that being said, yesterday I did sell a put, and then towards the end of the day yesterday, I sold a call. Closed the call earlier today. I legged into it, so I legged out. And you can see I'm just down. Look, maybe like $33. Now, here's the decision for me. I can do one of two things. I can either close it, take the small loss, $34, which is not a lot, very small loss, or I could roll this out. Now I'm tempted to roll it out just so you guys can see, get a chance to see, a roll and doing a roll live, what it would look like. What that would look like is basically me buying it back here, right? This is a 19 delta, and then going out to the 19 delta out here, and then that will put me like right here at 197. So I would pick up 59 cent, a 59-cent credit. Now some people will roll delta to delta, right? Or some people will roll strike to strike. So meaning strike to strike would be keeping the same strike, buying it back here and just going out and then going to 201 and then selling that strike. I pick up a little bit more credit, but you can see that puts me closer to, at the money. I'm inside the expected move if I do that. And you see my buying power actually, if I do it this way, my buying power will increase by 64 bucks basically. But if I went to the 19 Delta, I actually would pick up, not only would I pick up a credit, but it would give me some buying power relief by doing that. Mm. So you can see it down here. This is a credit. So that would go to, instead of the 123, basically I'd be into this trade for what? 181. That would be my credit. And then it will put me out um 48 days if I decided to do that. So I'm still kind of like on the fence. And the reason why, under normal circumstances, let's go look at the chart. I do expect, like, look where we are, oversold. And on the RSI, we right there at 31. But with this move right here now, they're saying, I've been looking at other sources on online. They're saying that the President Trump, um, now I've seen sometimes, I see it depends on what channel you watch. I've seen some news sources say that President Zelensky left the White House without a deal. Now, that type of language, um, it differs. Like, that's using that type of language, saying that he left, just indicates that, hey, no deal was landed. Now, originally they were supposed to eat lunch. They were supposed to, after the press conference, they were going to eat lunch, and then President Zelensky was going to sign the arrangement of the deal that they had set. So one news source I seen said that he left the White House without signing the deal. Now that's something different than another source I seen said that President Trump kicked him out. And they said that, you know, leaving and being and using language like being kicked out is totally is the messaging is like you have one message over here and one message over here. So which has me on the fence as far as, I wish I would have seen. I wasn't paying attention to the option market, but I wish I would have been looking at the option market before the press conference. I did not look at it because I want to know if that changed the way the market is seeing the risk next week. Let's look at the volatility futures. Now, volatility futures took out that high. I talked about this on yesterday's video, breaking outside of this high right here. Uh, and will it continue to go higher? Now, if the vol futures, in order for the vol futures to go up and take this level out right here, we would need that. That means the market would be selling off, right? And so you can see, since I've been on, let's see, market look like it's moving in the IWM. I still don't expect it to make enough of a move to. Here we go. We got a low, a higher low. Will we see this intraday action? Will we see it come up and then take this out right here? But we could see something up in here and then it just move lower, coming into the next week. But I do with that press conference, we could see a lot of things happen next week. Let's go look at Tesla. Tesla is making a little bit. I know Tesla actually was down this morning when I first looked at the market. Now we can see it rallying a little bit, looking like it's making a move higher. Let's go to the daily. So we right down here at support. So this would be, let's draw this across. This would be a level of support right here. So if we're going to get a pop, we would be looking for it right here in Tesla if we were going to get it. This would have been a support level. Let's go look at Nvidia. Now, for me, all I'm looking at is just looking to see, this would have been a support level right here where this gap is, and these markets could continue to go lower. Um, let's go look at what's another stock. Let's go look at gold because I was short gold yesterday. And you guys can see gold continued. Let's see what we got today. It broke below, went down to this level right here, looking like it's getting ready to make a retrace a little bit. I still think it could go further. When you look at the move that gold has made, like look at it. Let's take we if we removed all these indicators and just looked at it, you're just looking at it for the past year. Look at what gold is doing. So that's not much of a retracement. When you look at the grand scheme of things, that's not a very large retracement. So I could definitely see. Let's do something like this. We'll bring up a different chart. It's a little volume profile. We'll go out about a year. So I could see, next support level really would be right around here, right around 257. I could see it going a little lower. I want to go back while I got this volume profile. And most of the time I use this on intraday. But since I got it up, let's go back and look at something like the SPY. So we did get a crossover right here. And you see the MACD. Could it go lower? Yes. How much further? I imagine that this was priced in, that volatility had priced in that, like this down move right here. I think that these negotiations possibly could have been priced into the market. I just think that if you watch where the money goes, you can pretty much tell what's going on. Y'all know and these charts tell me just about everything what's going on with the market. Look at we're getting a rally going into the close. Now I am not looking at the news right now, so I don't know if something came out, but we can see that the market is rallying going into the close. I'm looking at the S&P 500 futures up almost a whole percent. Looking at the Nasdaq futures up 0.75%. Dow futures rallying. Russell futures up about 0.5%. My put hasn't moved though. Whatever value is sitting at, you see it right here. So more than likely, let's see. I'll wait to the what kind of move we gonna get going into the. Let's go look at this at a year. If I take this off, I got to put something else on. I don't think that, even though I got Fibonacci levels down here, I don't expect these to keep going. Let's go take a look at the bonds /ZN. You can see it making a nice move going higher. How much higher will it go? Let's go look at the TLT. Got the TLT moving higher. How much higher would it go? Let's go look at Meta. So I just think that, like, after this sell-off, the sell-off that we got the past week or so, that a lot of times when you get large moves or fast moves, then you normally get a little bit of consolidation before the market then takes off again. More than likely, let's look at Apple. Apple got a nice look at this wick right here. So something has happened. Something's going on right now. I'm watching the market move. I just not looking at the news to actually see what's making the market move like it is. Let's go look at the VVIX. We can see the VVIX right around it's about to get hot in here line, right at 110. Look at this little range right here. They always have stuff like this happen on Friday, going into the weekend. Even Bitcoin rallied today. Bitcoin had a few days of just tanking. Then you get a little green candle day. I still think the market is gonna go down some more in Bitcoin. I want to be a buyer right at 74,000. Let me take this off. I'm gonna remove that drawing. Let's remove this drawing. Don't need those anymore. Then we just have my Fibonacci extension up. Then we got my support rectangle right here. Let's go look at some top movers on the day. Tasty. So over here, I got a watch list. Tasty hourly top equities. You can see right there at the top. We already looked at Tesla. We looked at NVIDIA. Let's look at Palantir. Palantir kind of looks like Meta. See how that is? Let's go back to Meta. I remember that. See that? It kind of looks similar. So it is oversold. Let's look at AMD. Thing about holding positions, especially option position or naked positions going into the weekend, especially with what we just had happen, because you got to think about it. If you were the president, or I don't know what the title of Vladimir Putin is, it may not be, maybe some other. I'm just gonna call it president, or the leader of Russia, and you seen what you just saw transpire, then you already know, right? Like if I had to, I'm guessing President Trump not gonna send any more support until he gonna make Zelensky come to the table to do a deal, right? So if you're president of Russia, what do? Man, you turning up. You turning up. You pushing the line, whatever it was that you were thinking about doing, you'd go ahead and do it to try to put pressure on Ukraine to make a deal. So, with that being today being a Friday and going into the weekend, man, we could be anything can happen over the weekend, and then you come back and look at your position. I've seen it before. Come back in next week, and the stock and your stock or whatever is down here, opening up, and you taking crazy smoke. Like it's possible. So let's see if my position IWM is up a buck and a half right now. Excuse me, a buck 44 cent. My position, you can see, watch to see the option changing a little bit. I'm gonna close this, guys. I'm gonna take it. I'll take a $15 loss. I'm good with that because I actually on the call. I don't know what on the call. What I made like $12 because I took the call off. This was gonna be a losing position anyway. I'll close it. I'm gonna close this and throw something else on. Let's see. See if I get filled at 138. I just got filled. So there we go. I'm out of that. Now let's put something else on going into the weekend. Let's have some fun. Now we got that off. What do we think will happen? I would rather stay in the IWM, to be honest with you. We're gonna go out either 48 days. Let's see if we go out 48 days. Let's sell some junk out here. Let's sell the 16. If we sold the 16 Delta, I would make it a $10 wide. Go out here, buy the 186. Sell this 16 Delta, buy the 241. We could do a wide Iron Condor. Now that would give us what? Buck 87 in credit, 69% probability of profit. We could take that. Now let's go look at that same thing. Let's look at the SPY and see what, because the IVR is the same. My IV is elevated in both underlines. Let's go out here. Let's look at the SPY. If I went to the 16, we'll go $10 wide. Let's go to the 16 Delta over here. Let's go $10 wide. I can collect more credit if I do this in the SPY as opposed to doing it in the IWM. So basically, we just be, where would my upside be? That'll put me up at 621. 621 is up here, what, all-time highs? So I'm just looking at, basically, guys, just trying to see. I want to put something else on, but And you see we had a low, lower low, then we got a high going into the weekend. What do we think? Do we think that we think the market will continue to go higher, or we could do something like, let's close that up. Let's go back to the SPY. Is that something? Now I'm getting more credit, right? But I'm also a lot of times when you see something like that, that means you're taking more risk. Look at the market. I probably should have held this. Like it's rallying like crazy. Even IWM is going up more. I may not do anything. It may just go into just take the dub, take the win, and just go on into the weekend. I don't think selling the Iron Condor and TLT gonna net you anything. Come out here, what you sell like the 89, you can do a strangle. I don't like all that risk though. Let's go see. Look, the market is this is a furious rally going into the close. And I ain't gonna have anything on. I don't like going into the weekend without something being on. Intel, we go in here and sell an Iron Condor in here. Is that a bad move? Going into the weekend, selling the 20, selling the 28 to 20. What else we got? Riot, SMCI. I'm not gonna be able to get anything. I just want to have something on going into the weekend, guys. Get something on. If we do a $5 wide, how much do we get? If I sell this one, buy this one, I collect 109, and I ain't got a whole bunch of risk in. I'd rather just be honest with you. I want to get something for the risk. We can move in, do $5 wide. This ain't gonna move a whole lot. It's the only reason why I don't like doing them so tight. Let's see. All I'm doing is playing with the strikes. I could go that way. It's about 68%, but I'm risking a whole lot just to do that. I'm just moving. What if I move it in? Really just want to have something on the weekend. Let's see. Moving to the expected move. Is that worth the risk? Is the market gonna stay in between there? We could get a big move. Anything can happen. I just want to have something on for the weekend. And if I don't do that, kind of want to, even with having this right here, even though I think that with Tesla being here, with it being oversold, I could definitely see it rallying up to about 326. You don't want to get long when the market's already up. I really don't have might just sit on our hands. We don't have to. Doing pretty good so far this year, as you guys can see. The P&L is not, I'm not taking a whole bunch of losses. Let's see where we at with the SPY. Look at this green candlestick. This is a huge move. Let's throw an Iron Condor on. Let's see if I can get feel. We're gonna come in. Let's sell the ninth. Let's sell that 199, about 194. Let's sell the 230, about a 235. Move it down a little bit. Move that. Like to be at least 65%. Let's see if we get filled. I got a little bit of time left. Let's go. There we go. Got something on before the bell. How much time for the closing bell? Got about 18 seconds. I gotta put an Iron Condor on. I just wanted to have something on. The probability of profit is what 68%. And we'll see. I took in what did I take in? 117 in premium. So we'll see. And there is the bell. So I just wanted to have something on going into the close. I don't want to have nothing on. I want to have a position or something to look at going into the close. And we'll see what happens next week. Now, if we would get something up into here, if I get the market up into here, let's say we get a nice furious rally next week, I might take a look at selling this rally. But we'll see. If I had been live, it's kind of hard to trade and be live because then, initially I should have when the market was down today. That's when you want to get long. But I closed my put. I didn't want to keep a naked put on going into the weekend. Not after that press conference. If that press conference hadn't look like that, then yeah, I probably would have stuck with a naked put or something like that. But going into the weekend like that, and now I'm about to once I get off this live stream, go look at the news. So right now, I just got an Iron Condor on. I threw that on to we'll have basically let's pull up the analysis tab. Iron Condors are neutral trades. Let's see if it's gonna bring it up. Let's go. Analysis defaults. I'm just trying to get up, show you guys basically, and within here is where I'm gonna get paid, but it is not showing on the on the chain, or excuse me, in the curve. This is the curve. So generally it'll show, where I make money. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because the bell. It shouldn't be because of the bell. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I had to click on it and go in and out. And you guys can see right here. I just want the market to stay in between here. And we'll get time decay. They took vol out too. IV rank earlier today was like right around 38. And the market closed with it being at 30. So they took vol out um, closing, at the end of the day. And the market got a nice little rally. If we were to go look at that, let's go back to the table. We can look at that put that I had. I had a put which was the 201. And you could see that if that's not the same one, that's at 48 days. Let's go to 21 days. This is the put that I had. And they took all the vol out of that put. So let's go. Let's look. Um, which one was it? It was this one right here. Was it that one? Let's go to the chains. I'm just going to look at that put to make sure which one it was. It was this put right here, right? So this put that I sold, I collected 123 in premium, right? As when I closed it for a loss, you can see I closed it for a $14 loss because I sold and I collected 123. I had to buy it back to close it for 137. So that's should be a $15 loss. I don't know why I say 14, right? No, excuse me, that's correct. Yeah, $14 loss. So this same option, let's go. That's 14 days. Let's go look at 21. Let's see where it closed. If I would have held it, I could have scratched because you can see right here, it closed at like 120. 120. The mid price would have been 122. So that wasn't bad. I just went on ahead and got out of it. You don't want to. One of my rules I don't like to hold naked options that I'm selling past the 21-day mark. Either I got to close it or I got to roll and roll it out in time. And instead of putting on a naked position with all the geopolitical risk, I'd rather just come out here and do something like an Iron Condor, take a neutral trade, and it's defined risk. So I really ain't tripping over what happened over the weekend. I just want to have something on. That's just me, so I can look at the markets Monday morning, and then Monday morning I, take pick a side or no side. That being said, guys, hope you got something out of this. Go and watch, if you haven't watched the the press conference with Zelensky and President Trump. I will go and watch it. That was pretty good. You probably won't ever see anything like that again. Or I don't know. We got 4 more years with our current president, so you may see something like that. But that was very unusual. That was very unusual. And my initial take on it, to be honest with you, I'm gonna do some more digging uh, into some past um, interviews with Zelensky. Is my initial take on it is I think President Trump did. I think he handled it the right way. Me watching it, because at the beginning of it, he was saying everything that all the right things, and then just my take. President Zelensky was trying to. It seemed like he was trying to strong arm the president, or he was trying to make a case like they're not the United States and Ukraine are not they're not negotiating from an equal standpoint. And it doesn't even look like Ukraine can negotiate with Russia equally. They don't have the military backing to be able to do that. So they need the United States to get to broker this agreement. And so for it just seemed like for President Zelensky to come in with such a strong stance uh, to try to, maybe he didn't read the room. I think he didn't read the room properly. Like that wasn't a President Biden or former President Biden or former Vice President Harris. He wasn't gonna be able to do that. Just come in there and say whatever he wanted to say. He didn't. He's dealing with a different kind of man. So I don't think he read the room properly. Even if he wanted to take that strong stance and say some of the things that he said, I think he should have said them behind closed doors. He may President Trump would have probably behind closed doors would have been like, all right, he may have gotten a little bit more leeway with it. I think publicly, the President Trump couldn't allow him to do like, and if you watch the exchange, you'll see President Trump put his hand on him. He took his right hand and he kind of like put his hand on his arm like, hey, like you doing too much. That was that was very unusual. And that was man, that was good that was good TV. That was real good TV. I know the journalists and news and pundits, they're having a good time with that right now. But if you didn't get a chance, go watch that exchange. That is that's a good lesson on like body language. That's a good lesson on watching political leaders. That's a good that's a good lesson watching like men, powerful men, or men who hold powerful positions. Watching them deal with one another. I actually I actually enjoyed that, to be honest with you. That being said, guys, I'm uh I'm gonna be out. I'm getting ready to go watch some more news, see what else happened, what I miss. I'm gonna hop on X. That being said, I'm out. Peace.